And now I'm recording. I can record my screen, or you see the little box down here in the lower right. There's Jason. But
I'm not talking on purpose, but
if
now
instead of Jason, I want to see me, in Snagit 13, I can record my webcam.
How'd you do that?
See this little box down here in the lower right-hand corner? I can switch back and forth anytime I want between my webcam and my screen.
Yeah, I think you're special because mine only has this. It only has a pause button. It doesn't.
It may not. Do you have a webcam in that machine?
Yes.
I don't know. It should be finding it. We can check and see. But
Seriously, I know exactly where you are, but I don't know.
yeah, so back and forth, no problems. That can be very engaging. In my case, just a little bit of it is plenty. But now I'm recording everything that goes on the screen, so I can tell people that, well, you know, you can get the Blackboard at sdccd.blackboard.com, our Blackboard system. To log in, all you have to do is enter your username, which will be your CSID, 7-digit student ID number or faculty ID number, as the case may be. And here's where we see if I know the password to this one. Then you type in your password, and if you get lucky and you remembered the password, here you are in Blackboard. And I can now proceed to show them how to get from my institution screen that they get into when they first log into Blackboard to their courses, just by clicking on the link to a particular course in the My Courses box. And here's a typical Blackboard course, and I can proceed to show a student or a faculty member how to navigate through Blackboard, how to create or to operate Blackboard, an exceptionally complex piece of software. But if you can show someone how to do it, anyone can do it. Trying to describe to them verbally or in text how to do something will take you 5 times as long to create and be 1/10 as effective. And there's just nothing to it. When I'm done with my screencast, I can stop it in a number of ways. There's a pause button down. Start again. Now we're recording again. Yes, ma'am.
Can you record it flipping to the webcam, but you can't have the screen and your face at the same time, like Screencast-O-Matic?
No, you can't have both at the same time. And if you think about it, that having both on the screen at the same time can be very distracting. If you want people to concentrate on something that's going on the screen, having them watching you instead, looking down in the lower right-hand corner and finding you, can distract from what you're trying to say. On the other hand, if you're expounding on something like I am right now, and what's on the screen is not that important, well, they're going to be looking at the screen instead of you. This is a design decision on TechSmith's part, and I happen to like it. I'd much rather have one or the other, but not both at the same time. And when you do have your webcam up, the image is big enough to really see. So maybe if you weren't just showing
Website address?
any website,
Okay. Hilton.com.
www.hilton.com. Bingo.
Okay. So
bottom line, if it's on your screen, it's being captured.
Exactly. Anything that appears on your screen gets captured.
As well as if you toggle on what's called the system audio, that means any sounds that would normally come through your speakers are also being captured.
Indeed.
So, for instance, if you were on a I use a Creative Commons website to find free audio sources for my Camtasia videos. I record them with Snagit to show people, to give them get an opinion on them. As long as I have that system audio turned on, it also captures that audio.
Yeah, I don't think I turned it on. If I had, this the Snagit recording would have caught Jason talking.
True.
Yeah, as soon as we stop I'll have to stop this capture first, but yes.
I have a question about the capture.
Yes, ma'am.
So
A question about the capture.
So as long as we're watching this,
Mm-hmm.
because this would be really useful for me, then she can just give directions and continue to video.
Correct. You can do this as long as you need to. Snagit has no time limit. And whatever you see on the screen, they see. And they hear whatever you say. And if you have the system audio on, as Jason described, they will hear anything that comes through the computer. You can play a video, and it will record the video playing and the audio from the video. And then you can talk over it. So,
Not in live time, but let's say I want to record myself going to this site and showing how easy it is to use Hilton.com.
how easy it is to use Hilton.com is
Right,
perfect.
to
It's a
look
perfect
up like a
application.
hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay.
So I can go through the website,
Recording, okay.
and you can show them everything about how to use that website.
And then I can insert this as like a resource in Blackboard.
You can
Yep.
then you can link this into Blackboard. Exactly.
Right.
So the way
Or
I always
anywhere
use,
else.
the way I always use Snagit video is two ways. One is for temporary knowledge, something that's going to be a one-off. Like if I'm showing Dave how to do something, I'm going to make a quick video in Snagit and send it to him. Or if I want to create a library of resources for my students, this is the kind of thing I would walk through and have as a permanent fixture. I tend to use Snagit for audiences that I are already familiar with because I don't need the polish of, say, like a Camtasia. But it allows for something that's, the rewatchability of videos is important. The fact that they can pause it is important. The fact that they can rewind you because they can't do that in a live class experience is also important. So,
Yeah. And I will say that I have made thousands of screencasts over the years. Over the last several years, since Snagit 11 came out with video capability, I have done the vast majority of them in Snagit
And not Camtasia.
and not Camtasia. If I feel later that it needs more polish and some editing, more likely if it needs captioning locally, I can then send it
Oh, Camtasia.
to Camtasia automatically. I'll show you how to do that when I show you the share options here in a moment. But the vast majority of the time, the Snagit for me, the Snagit capture is perfectly adequate. And my mantra is get it out there as quickly as possible so that the students have it when they need it, or the faculty have it when they need it. It doesn't have to be Grey's Anatomy to be useful. Yeah.
I think you kind of hit on my question. How do we make any of this with closed captioning?
Okay, that comes with Snagit has no organic captioning capability, but it doesn't need it. The question is, how do you get these captioned, of course? And
Okay, tell me why it doesn't need it.
because let's stop this video. I think we made a point on how to record a video, right? Stopping it permanently can be done in a couple of ways. You can pause it. So I just used the pause button, and then once it paused, the control bar popped up, and I had a stop option. Or I can hit Shift F10 on the keyboard, on a PC keyboard anyway.